Hey guys, welcome back. So this video is going to be a little long. You might want to grab a drink, tea, coffee, water, soda, whatever. Um, we're going to compare a bunch of budget planners. And the reason that we're going to do that is because I have become obsessed with budgeting. Um, and I have both to blame and to thank Elise from Plan with Elise for that. So it helped me save all the money for Christmas, save all the money for Go Wild. I have an emergency fund now, which I've never had before. So, it's a good thing. Um, so I have a bunch of budget planners here. I have two, but one of them is junk and one of them is really good. Principal budget planners, which I do not have down here right now. And then what I decided to go with will be a separate video. Some or all of the budget planners that I don't end up using, I'm going to give away. So there will be details on that once I figure out what I'm using and what I'm not. Let's get started. So this all started, before I start showing you books, last year. And what happened last year was I was getting really irritated with Happy Planner's budget planner. It's getting more and more neutral, more and more boring, and more like useless. Like I have to spend so much time altering the pages, I might as well just make my own pages. Like it was irritating me. So then Fancy Plans Co. came out with a financial wellness bundle. And there was an accompanying wallet, which I got. There's a video for that on the channel. I showed that to you guys last year. So that was, I forget, expensive. It was more than $40. I'm hoping it wasn't more than $60, but I can't remember. I'm sure I tell you in the video. But what I found later was that there were only 3 months worth of actual budgeting pages in there, and they're very similar to Happy Planner. Like at first I was a little excited, I thought it was different, but it's just that they have a couple of savings challenge pages in the back, and really the rest of it is pretty much Happy Planner style, just formatted slightly different. But it's 3 months worth of budgeting pages. So then I went on her site looking for printables, because she does printables for her inserts, in addition to printing them, punching them, and sending them to you. And there weren't any, so I emailed and I asked. I said, when are you going to be coming out with the budget printables? And she said, oh, we're not. We're just doing the print and send to you. So for another 3 months of budget inserts, it was $45 or $42. It was over $40. And I was like, what? I could buy 2 Happy Planners for that with the right coupons at Michael's or less. So no. So that was immediately a red flag. I don't want this. You're trying to budget. You're trying to save money. Most people who are trying to budget, have issues with money. So $45, you would need 4 set, the original set, and then you would need 3 more sets. We're talking well over $100 for planner pages. No, that's just crazy. So that made me mad. Happy Planner was making me very unhappy. Although I did use them for the rest of the year. So that's where this idea started, that I want to find a better budgeting system, and an affordable one. So let's just look at one of the Happy Planners real quick. So I pulled this out of my stash. This is from, what year are you from? This is from 2020. I love the cover. Oh. Okay, so this was like, that's notes from a budget Zoom. Alright, hold on. Let me just make sure I don't have anything else in here before we go flipping through this and I get like a shock. Is this an old archive? No, it can't be. Alright, that's just a fluke that that's in there, because the plastic is still here. This thing is still here. The months for the binder is still here. Okay. Like, this is still here. So this is unused. It's some fluke that got in here. Okay. So, it's a Happy Planner. It's got plastic discs. The cover's cool. The covers are always cool. You got silver months of the year, one for each side of the tab. You got hello, this Happy Planner belongs to. It's undated, so there's of course no perpetual calendar in the front. So you've got for the month of, you've got financial goals, keep track of events and unexpected expenses for the pop-up during the month. So you've got don't forget, and then you've got the unexpected spends down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 spots for unexpected spends down there. They sell planner supplies. They should know us a little better than that. I'll bring you guys down a little bit. Okay. odds are we're going to do more than 5 unexpected spends in a month. So like this cover, I really like this divider. And now here's your blank month. And this does have color in it. And when it comes to the budget planner, I prefer color because I don't do a whole lot of decorating. Like I have to now because I have to alter the pages. So as nice as these are with the color, this is the same exact layout. So you put the month, and then this is your income, and then this is totals. So how much income, how much expenses, how much was left. So I do zero based budgeting. So I put all of my money in categories where it's supposed to go. So you know, like that's Dave Ramsey does that, Elise does that, lots of people do that. So there is no remaining. I mean, from income and expenses, yes, there's remaining, but that's where the savings come in. So yeah, so like housing, food, personal, entertainment, other, medical, transportation, like these categories don't work for me. And then over here, savings trackers, that's not enough. And then accounts and debts, of which I do not have. So I usually end up covering this up and making this more saving stuff because I have savings challenges and then I have sinking funds. So, and it's got the same thing. It's got like little challenges on there. So there's like a no spend. Try not to spend anything outside of necessities for at least 1 week during this month. So the thing with no spends is don't try to not spend like anything other than necessities. You'll drive yourself crazy. Pick one thing. Like if you go to Starbucks every day or more than once a day, maybe pick that. Maybe pick a week where you don't buy planner supplies. Maybe pick a week where you don't go out and buy whatever it is you like to buy. You don't go out for takeout. You know, something, you don't buy any magazines when you're in the line at the grocery store. Something like that. Pick something feasible. Don't like try to not buy anything extra because you will ultimately fail and then you will feel bad about yourself, and that's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be, you know, you pick something that you're going to no spend for whatever length of time. I suggest a week to get used to the idea. So now you've got weekly expenses. So it starts you out with descriptions, which I find annoying. So you put week of, and then you're supposed to put all of your expenses. So it's date, description, amount, and then was it a need or a want. And then down here it's got like, where do I deserve a gold star? Is there anything I can do better next week? Anything I can do better next week? Okay. The gold star? Come on. We're adults. We're adults that play with stickers, but still. That just bothers me. And it's the same stuff on each page. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, which is great unless it's a week with 5 weeks in it. And then you've got notes and check it off and important. You've got a sheet of doc grid paper, and then you're on to your next month. I love this quote, by the way. That's like one of my favorites of all time. I have a couple dividers with that on it. And some stickers. So anyway, the whole thing is set up that way. The whole book is the same all the way through. So like here's your doc grid for your last month. So there's no additional savings trackers, there's no, if you need them, additional debt trackers, there's no overview, there's no goals, there's no why do you want to budget, which is very important because if you don't have a reason why you want to budget, I think it's going to be really hard to stick to it. You need a reason. Any reason. Whatever reason that you want to budget, you need that reason, you need that why. So that's a happy planner, budget planner. That's what I've been using, and I've been heavily... Don't worry, no planners were harmed in the making of this video. I need to chuck things over there. So I have to heavily customize it with stickers, with whiteout, with washi tape, with whatever I can think of. And then all the things that aren't there, I have printables for, most of which I have gotten from Elise. And I punch those and I put them in. So I have like a vacation tracker, which I use to track the money for my Go Wild ticket and the hotel deposit, and then I did another one for the hotel, which now I have all the money for that. So now I'm just saving money for like gas tolls and general spending, and I still have 2 months to go, so I'm doing pretty good. So I punch all that stuff in. So I'm looking for something that's a little more comprehensive. So I have a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4 budget planner book type deals, and then one set, which you guys may have seen the box earlier in the shot, so you'll know what that is. And then I've got a principal budget planner, which we will discuss, and then I've got what I'm going to end up doing which will be another video because I'm still kind of deciding what is this thing that's stuck to this plastic. Okay. Alright, lots of plastic. So yeah, so all these are going to be open, and whatever ones I don't pick to use, I'm going to be giving away, but they will be obviously open because they were reviewed on this thing. Okay, so this one is by Clever Fox, and it is a bi-weekly budget planner, and the reason I got that is because I get paid bi-weekly, so it makes sense, right? So it's got a nice soft cover. Looks kind of like a journal, right? So we've got the elastic band closure, we've got the pen loop. I'm going to take that off for a minute. We have instructions for how to use this, which I think is great. There's a warranty card. Open the product detail page, click on our seller name SBD store, click ask a question and send us a message. Stand by our products 100%. So that's cool. And then there are some stickers. There are like very harsh rose gold metal stickers. Some of these sayings are really cute. And then there's more like functional stuff. So it's up to you if you want to use these or not. If you're anything like me, you have a ton of budget stickers already, and you can just like cherry pick the really cute ones. Alright, I'm going to take this off just so we don't keep tripping on it. And then it looks like, okay, so they have bookmarks in the back, and they are stuck together, which is interesting. Now, on some of these planners, they have words written on them. These do not. They are just plain ribbons. So you've got this extremely bright neon green, this kind of nice lavender, and then a standard black. Do we have anything else in the pocket? No. Okay. So you've got dock grade paper. Got this nice, you know, it's a book cover, but it's a little bendy, and it's very soft, and it's got this fox on it. And it does come in other colors and styles and stuff. So this is the bi-weekly. So you open this up, and it says designed in Europe, crafted with care in PRC. I think that's People's Republic of China, right? 100% recycled paper, copyright 2021, SV Digital LLC. So now you've got a place here. If you found this, please be kind and return it to. So your name, your phone, your email, social. I don't think they mean your social security number. They mean like your Instagram handle kind of deal. And then if you're giving a reward for the return, you could put that there too. That's kind of funny. Alright, so now you've got room for financial goals. There is room here for 10 goals. That's too much for anybody. That's too much for me. But the way you could use this is if you do like quarterly goals or a monthly goal, or maybe you have like 2 goals this month, and then next month you think of a third one. You can just come back and fill them in. You don't have to fill this whole thing out when you get a budget planner, but it has financial goals, which Happy Planner does not have. Now it's got strategy and tactics. New skills I need to achieve my financial goals. So like, do you need to take a budgeting class, or maybe watch some YouTube videos, or do you need to learn like some self-control? Like, are you the type of person who goes into a store and just like can't help but throw everything in their cart? You know, not everything, but you know what I mean. I struggle with, you know, buying too much stuff. How many times have you walked into Target to buy 2 things and you leave with a cart full of things? It's just, these are things that happen. So how to not do that? Like, how proud are you if you go to Target for the 2 things and you actually leave with the 2 things, or like maybe the 2 things and like only 1 extra thing? Like, you know, you want to build on that. My money affirmations for wealth and prosperity. Affirmations don't work for everybody. If they work for you, you've got a spot for them. My tactics, actions I will take to earn more money. So you get a side hustle. You could sell stuff that you don't use anymore online. There's like a billion places for that. Actions I will take to cut my expenses. So maybe you don't need 6 streaming services. Maybe you could get by with 1 or 2, and then you could cut those out. That's one of my favorite things to get rid of, is streaming services. Because I have a lot of them already that come with other things I buy. Like I get 3 of them with my cell phone, plus a music streaming service. So I don't have to pay for those. I just have them. I get a streaming service with my Walmart membership. I get streaming with my Amazon membership and music. So, you know, those are things I'm not going to get rid of. So I get all that stuff included in that. And then there's like the outside stuff like Netflix. What else? So like my fiance had signed up for stars by accident on Amazon and didn't tell me, and then I got charged for stars, and I'm like, what is this? And he goes, oh, he goes, I thought you just had to sign up to access it, and I'm like, no, 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 they wanted money. It's really annoying. So you know, we get these things like Peacock. I got it so my kids could watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and then I forgot to cancel it. So then I was like, well, we can watch football. I have to cancel that like today. So yeah, so there's stuff like that. So that's one of my favorite things to cancel immediately to save money, because you don't realize how quick they add up. So that's one of my favorite things to get rid of. But you can get rid of, you know, lots of things, like maybe, you know, only go out to eat once a week, stuff like that. Pack your lunch for work instead of ordering out with everybody. Alright, so now they have a page for your net worth, so you can calculate your net worth and start growing it. I have never done a page like this, but I think that's a cool addition to this. And then there's another one here, money opportunity. What am I good at? How much can I expect to earn? What are my hobbies and interests? How do I monetize my hobbies? There you go. I would love to monetize my hobby, but it doesn't work that way. It's not that easy. Alright, so now we've got important dates for 12 months. Now, the reason that this is good in a budget book is because you want to put down birthdays, anniversaries, vacations you know you're going to go on, vacations you want to go on, things that you're going to need money for so that you can plan ahead and have that money ready. Okay, now we've got an undated monthly layout, so you can start this whenever you want. It doesn't have to be January, it could be September, it doesn't matter. Oops, hitting the lights. So you've got your month, you can write your dates in these little circles, it does have color on it. You've got a sidebar for notes or whatever you want to put there, and then you could put in like when your rent is due and your cell phone bills and whatever else you like to put on your monthly budget calendar. And now we've got another one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you got 12 months in here, and now you've got your bi-weekly budget. So you put the 2-week period up here, and then you put your goals for this pay period, which is 2 weeks because we're doing a bi-weekly budget, and upcoming purchases that you know of, like you know you're going to spend $50 on your uncle's birthday present or something like that. Upcoming bills, when they're due, how much, and then you can check off that you paid them, because not everything is on auto pay, right? Your income, the date you got it, and then if you have a variable income, they have this estimated and actual in here. If your income isn't variable, that's not really going to be of use to you, so I usually just use the actual. And then savings, I don't like that there's only 4 sections for savings, or that they have estimated and actual. You should just save the money. If you're going to save the money, save the money. You know, it's that whole like pay yourself first kind of deal. So now here's your budget. So your category expense, how much you budgeted, and then how much you actually spent, and the difference. So if you do the envelopes, so you would put, let's say, $50 for groceries, or alright, so this is a bi-weekly, so put like $100 for groceries. So you budgeted 100, you only spent 75, so you have 25 left. So now you've got $25 sitting in your grocery envelope. Now you can roll it over, or you could put it in savings, or you could put it wherever you want when you put in your budgeted money for the next paycheck. So I feel like I'm explaining budgeting more than just reviewing this thing, but I figure if you don't really know a whole lot about what these are and you're looking for a budgeting book and you're trying to learn how to budget, it might be helpful. So then down here you've got a summary, so how much you had when you started. So it would be your amount from the previous week, but since you just started here, you wouldn't have that. You might want to note what's in your bank account, like before you get your first paycheck when you're starting this. And then total income, total expenses, the difference, how much you saved, and what's left over. So with, like I said, with zero-based budgeting, there shouldn't be anything left over, but you might have money left in your end. So if you do, like I said, there are options. You can leave it there for the next period, like maybe you didn't need so many groceries because it was a holiday and you were eating leftovers for 4 days, but now this next paycheck you've now run out of leftovers and you need to buy groceries. Or you know, maybe you need a birthday cake, or you want to buy meat's on sale and you want to buy a bunch and stick it in the freezer, whatever. So you could roll that over, or you could stick it in savings. So that's up to you. That's something different for everybody. So now here's more. This is an expense tracker. So like budget wise, I'm not thrilled here. I like that it includes all these things, and this and this. I like that these things are included. And now we're next to the next paycheck. What I don't like is that there's only 4 spots for savings. This is the same problem that I have with Happy Planner. There's not enough spot for savings. I have more than 4 sinking funds. So I would have to tip in like inserts for those things, unless they're somewhere else. We haven't gotten through the whole book yet. So you've got the expense tracker. So this is where you put what you actually spend over the course of 2 weeks, and the category and the amount. And then you can look at the end of the period, like, okay, so how much did we spend on food? How much did we spend on this? How much did we spend on that? And then you can also check, like, did I stay in my budget? This is the only place you would have to write that stuff down, though, because there isn't a monthly check-in, which is a failing, I think. Maybe not. I would like it. That doesn't mean that it has to be here. Alright, so now we've got the same exact setup for this period and then this one. So the colors will alternate, it looks like. Got the brown, we've got the green. Yeah, green, blue. Just looking to see if there's some kind of like mid-year review or something. I'm kind of treating it like a goals planner, which I probably shouldn't. But I think that that's not a bad idea. Okay, now we have trackers. Hold on. Let's go back. Okay, so there's the end of our weeks. And here's the beginning of our trackers. Alright, so let's use their bookmarks. So here's for trackers. Okay, here's where weekly budgets start. Right, and then this was the monthly stuff. And the important dates. So I guess we'll do this for monthlies, and then the stuff before it is all like your prelim, your setup stuff. Alright, so now we've got savings trackers. So we have what you're saving for, the amount needed, the due date, and then the dates that you deposit, in my case, into an envelope, how much money, and you can have like the running total for what you saved. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And then you've got debt trackers. Now, I don't have debt, so I would need to alter these pages and make them into more savings trackers. But you get 8 of those. And then you've got, wait, is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got 12 debt trackers, but only 8 savings trackers. No, 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 no. Alright, so now you've got a holiday budget. So you could use this for Christmas, for Hanukkah, for whatever you want. Use it for Easter if you want. You can use it for whatever you want. So holiday budget, gifts, cards and wrapping, groceries, decorations, and then ones that you could fill in that would make sense. How much you budgeted, how much you actually spent. List of holiday gifts, who it's for, what the gift is, how much you budgeted, how much you actually spent. And then holiday spending, date, description, category, and amount. And then there's a regular bill tracker. So you could put, the way they have it here is you put the bill here, and then you draw like a slanty line. And you put what month it's in? No, no, no. Okay, the bill name goes down here. The month goes across. Okay, we're getting this thing. Alright, so, like rent is always the same. So you can just put it across here. Do you necessarily want to do this? There's printables for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this 2-page spread encompasses like the entire year. Now, this is going to sound crazy, but what if you have more bills than this? It's possible. That would then become annoying. You would need more pages. So now, okay, so summary of the year. Okay, so month. So this is another 2-page spread where it's going to go all the way across. Month, income, expenses, difference, and savings. So you put that in for every month. And then monthly expense summary for each month. But you have room for more than 12 months here, so I'm not really sure how that works. And then a check register, if the one that comes with your checkbook isn't enough. Bank account information, I never suggest putting these things into a book. No, just make up a code in your head or something. If you need to make a list of accounts for like estate planning purposes or anything like that, put them somewhere where they're under lock and key. Do not carry them around with you. And then you've got some doc-grid pages back here for whatever you want. And then you're back to the pocket. So the only thing in here that we did not discuss is this. So they give you instructions on how to use the planner, which I think is fantastic because if you don't know how to budget and you're not familiar with these kinds of pages, like most of what I just said might not make any sense to you. See, like this one, I didn't know how to work this, right? So the annual summary, but it was the monthly expenses summary I didn't understand. Okay, so it's not writing. Gotcha. Okay, so you're writing all your expense categories down the side here, and then in January how much they were, February how much they were, March how much they were. So that's what that's for. That's not a bad idea. Never spend your money before you have it. It's very good advice. Debt tracker, savings tracker works just like we thought it would. Okay. So, you get the directions and pictures, so if that's helpful to you, that's fantastic. They do have a no questions asked warranty for 60 days that comes with the planners, so I think that's awesome too. So all in all, it's not horrible. It is not the perfect planner for me, but it is definitely a step up and in the right direction as compared to my gripes with the Happy Plan. Okay, so moving on. This is the Erin Condren budget book. This is their A5 budget book. They've also got like a budget folio. They've got a budget calendar that has pockets every month for you to put all your bills and receipts in and stuff. They have a whole bunch of different things and in different sizes. So this is an A5 coiled book. It's rose gold coil. Rose gold foil on the front does tell you it's a budget book. I feel like you need to come in closer to see this. Okay. So we've got our front page, and this is all the nice Erin Condren toothy paper, and I'm already seeing stuff. Okay, how to use this budget book. Big picture check-ins, monthly budget tracking, trackers, monthly budget tracking continued. So they also give you directions, they just coil them into the front of the book. So now we've got the big picture. How I currently feel about my finances, how I want to feel about my finances, main goal for this budget book, other ways I want to use this budget book, big picture, financial goal number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so they're not going to overwhelm you with goals. You got a main goal, you got 3 big picture goals. Okay? I want to save for a vacation in December. I want to save for Christmas. I want to save towards a house. I want to save towards a new car. Whatever it is, you put it in here. And then we've got important days for this month. So I guess we're already into our month. Yeah, alright, so this is all the yearly overview that you get, apparently, and now we're into a month. Okay, so instead of, get some kind of schmutz on me, like a set of 12 months or a calendar or anything like that, you've just got a list date and the important dates for this particular month. Now you've got circles up here, future purchases, future bills, savings goals. So you can put whatever you want here. You can put goals up here. You can put whatever you want there. And now you've got your first tab. So this is at a glance. So let's see now, is this a week or is this a month? This is a month. So for the month, you can put in all your income. You're writing the month, obviously. Housing costs, transportation costs, health costs. There's an awful lot of space for that. Utilities, and then you've got some blank boxes where you can put in your own stuff. I like that part. Again, the savings is too small. The debt's even smaller. It's only got 2. Okay. I mean, okay, so it could be 4 because everything else here has 2 boxes. So this could be 8 because you get what it is and how much, and then debt, what it is and how much, what it is and how much. So, okay. Total income, total expenses, difference, and total savings. And then we've got a spending summary, which goes on for 2 pages. Nope. 3 pages. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. And then you're on your next month. So when you see your month on your tab, it's this. So like, there's also no monthly like calendar in here, which I happen to prefer because I like to put all my bills on one calendar. So it started out with a lot of promise, and now I'm disappointed. Alright, so there's February. Alright, let's assume we started in January. Here's March, April, May, June, July. Aha, okay, there is. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, so we've got a 6-month check-in. Let me just go back. This is July, June, May. This one is April. Is there like a 3-month check-in? No. Okay, so it's a 6-month check-in. So, how I currently feel about my finances, how I want to feel about my finances, progress I've made in the last 6 months, any pivots or adjustments to make for the next 6 months, and then your big picture goals for the following 6 months. So if you already completed goals from the first 6 months, now you could put in your new ones. And this is off the screen, sorry about that. So this is the same thing from the front, except now it's at the 6-month point. So like these things and these are the same, but progress I've made in the last 6 months and pivots or adjustments to make for the next 6 months are new. And then we're just into our next month. So let's see. Oh, I see the word trackers. That's good. Alright, so before our trackers, we have 12-month check-in, and I just want to see if by any chance it is more. Okay. It is 4 pages. So, how I currently feel about my finances, how I want to feel about my finances. Progress I've made in the last 12 months, and they give you a lot of space for that. Progress I've made with my savings goals. Progress I've made with paying down debt. Things that worked to keep my financial goals on track. Things that worked to keep my spending goals on track. Moving forward, I want to. Any pivots or adjustments to make for the next 12 months. And now you've got your trackers. So you've got savings trackers. So 1, 2, I mean, this is self-explanatory, right? Saving for the goal amount, the deadline if there is one, and the date, how much you put in, and your running total. 2, 3, 4. 4 savings trackers, debt trackers, which I would convert to savings trackers for myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 debt trackers. Now there's a wish list tracker, so this is always good. So if you want to, instead of just, oh, I want that and going and buying it, if you want to make yourself save for it or have a list of stuff so that when someone asks you, oh, hey, what do you want for your birthday, or what do you want for Christmas, or whatever it is, you don't have to go, oh, I don't know. You have a list. You already have a list, which is good. Plus, it'll keep you from buying things if you make yourself save up for it. So you get 4, 6 pages of that. And now we've got special occasion budget tracker. So you can put the occasion, the budget, top of budget. I don't know what that means. Top of budget. I don't get that. Date, description, estimated, actual, and then initial budget, total spent, difference, and savings, which would be what you didn't spend. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, turn the page. They're stuck. Why are they stuck? No, they're like seriously stuck. Okay. 5, 6. Alright, so you get 6 special occasion trackers, which is apparently very difficult for me to say. And then we've got some dot grid, and success starts with a plan. And then we've got some cute little budget stickers, also with rose gold, but not near as harsh as the clever fox. And that's it. So not even the months to put on your tabs. Apparently you're on your own for that. Good thing we have all those redating books, right? So this is a step up and not a step up. So it's another one of those things where I think it actually has less to offer in terms of actually tracking your spending than Happy Planner. But I think the why I want to budget, what's working for me, what's not working for me, 6-month check-in, year-end check-in, separate trackers is all better than Happy Planner. Those things I like. This I am not thrilled with. Plus, this assumes a monthly budget, because here's your budget for the month, and then you just write down everything you spend, which if you categorize it like with markers, like color-coded or whatever, Budget Mom does that. I like that. Then you can figure it out, but then you gotta like transfer the information to the back of the book. There's no place to put that, really, I don't think, at the end. No, because it just continues with your spending summary. So you would have to, put it at the end. So it's cute. It's more functional than Happy Planner. It was not very expensive, and everything on their site's on sale right now. We do have a link in the description for Erin Condren. If you've never purchased from them before, you can get a coupon, which you can use towards this or whatever else you would like. But yeah, so that's the Erin Condren A5 budget book. No planners were harmed in the making of this video. Okay, now, this I found on Amazon. This is the Legend Planner Bill and Budget Organizer. It comes in a very nice box that Amazon destroyed on me. It's not too bad, like it's still usable. The inside's not very damaged, so you could use this to hold stuff. It comes with one of those things that sucks moisture out of the air. That's interesting. It comes with directions. quick budgeting tips, pockets for bills and receipts, holiday budget plan, savings trackers, debt trackers, summary of the year, regular bill tracker, monthly budget review with a pie chart. I like that. Monthly budget, opening balance, expense tracker. Let's see, my life financial plan, my 1-year financial goals, and a mind map. Okay. And we've got a warranty card from SVD store. Isn't that the same place that had the Clever Fox little book that we looked at? I think we have to make this wider because this is a bigger book. Okay. And stickers. 2 sheets of stickers with the harsh rose gold and phrases that were on the Clever Fox one that I recognize. Okay. And then we're going to take our book out, put this over here. Alright, so Legend Planner. You gotta admit, the name is cool. Alright, I'm gonna take this off so that it does not get in the way. But undated monthly budget planner, monthly budget, monthly calendars, expense trackers, debt trackers, savings trackers, regular bill tracker, pockets for bills, last 12 months. Okay. The cover's cool. It's like a soft vegan-y leather type feel with cardboard. And it's all like etched with cool designs. It comes in multiple colors. It's got a twin loop coil. And we've got the same thing. If found, please contact me. Name, phone, email, social media contacts, and reward. Okay. My financial plan for life. How old you are, what you do, and what your annual income is. You would put there. And then here you would put your age, your assets, and your passive income. So this is like planning for side hustles, planning for having like a side business, stuff like that. And then 1 year of financial goals, and it lists 8. So I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you before. Do not stress out about the 8. However many you have that is manageable for you, that's what you write down. And then if you complete one, you can come up with another one if you want. But don't think you have to fill these things in completely, because you do not. And then you've got spot here for a mind map. And now we've got a month. There are no tabs, so you're going to have to put in your own tabs. You can make those out of washi. You can buy sticker tabs. There's lots of ways to do tabs, but if you want tabs, you're going to have to do your own, apparently. So the month, the opening balance, most important goals this month, and there's room for 4. And then you've got a monthly calendar. It's very small, but you have a monthly calendar. So that's an upgrade from the other 2 books that did not have that. And now you've got your place for income down here, and how much, and the total, and then savings, again, very small, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the total. Monthly budget. So for home, what you budgeted, what you actually spent, personal things, what you budgeted, actually spent, food, transportation, entertainment, healthcare, loans, no. Other, you could turn these 2 into, right here, into more savings trackers. Total budgeted, total actual, difference, or if you have other categories, you can just like put stickers over and turn them into whatever categories work for you. But that's what I have to do with Happy Planner, right? We're trying to find something where we don't have to do that, or at least don't have to do it very much. So now you've got the expense trackers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of that, and then we've got a monthly budget review. I like the monthly budget review. So you've got total income, total expenses, the difference, and your total savings. The difference between income and expenses should usually be a positive number, not a negative number. It happens though. Alright, so category, amount, and percentage, and then each 5% is one of these wheels in this pie chart. I like this. So these are the categories. So if you change the categories back there, you need to change them here too. And you're going to want to assign them a color because of that. You could assign the color here, or you could assign the color back here, and then when you're filling in your expense trackers, you can color code the expenses. So, because it's way faster to look at like highlighted stuff in different colors than it is to look at category words. It's just easier. So, did I achieve this month's goal? If not, why? Did I meet my budget? If not, why? Where did I have the most trouble? What could I improve next month? Actions I will take next month to increase my income. Actions I will take next month to cut my expenses. So this is pretty good. It's not great, but it's better than what we've seen so far. So this is good. And then you've got this folder that you can put bills and receipts in. So it's a little weird that that much of it is cut out, but you can put stuff in there. All right, so now we've got a quote. It's just missing a tab. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. That's cute. And so now we've got the same thing. So we've got goals this month, our monthly calendar, income and savings, monthly budget, and the expense tracker, and then how you did for the month, and the place to stick your receipts and bills, which is a good idea until like you have time to write them down. All right, so we got 3 months. Now, do you have a quarterly? Nope, there's a monthly. And a monthly. And a monthly. Don't give up. Monthly. I'm thinking there's no 6-month check-in, which isn't surprising because there wasn't one in the little budget book either, and this seems very similar to that one. Yeah. Budget review, monthly budget review. Okay. Monthly budget review. Now we're out of pockets. So, okay. So now we're in trackers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 savings trackers. So what you're saving for, the amount you need, the due date, how much you put in, running total. Debt trackers, which you can convert to savings trackers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Why is there always more debt than savings? I don't understand that. Okay, holiday budget. Same thing we saw in that little book. Gifts, wrapping in cards, groceries, decorations. Holiday gifts, recipient gift budgeted actual, holiday spending. Regular bill tracker, set up exactly the same way. Summary of the year, set up exactly the same way. Doc grid pages. And you're at the back of the book. The only thing missing is a gusseted pocket. Oh, alright, and this coil does not go all the way. It's like one of these deals. So, you're not going to be able to close it from the back. You have to go from the front. That's, okay. Weird. But yeah, so this is like a bigger, better version of the Clever Fox. The thing that's still missing, though, is like weekly budget is still missing. But all in all, I like this one quite a bit as compared to the others we have looked at so far. And the moisture absorber just really, that's funny. That made me giggle. Okay. So put our little Legend Planner cuff back on. And here's our stickers, our warranty card from SVD store. And then here's our direction book. Okay, so that's Legend Planner. Okay, so that's Legend Planner. If this were on discs, this would be like a serious contender, I think. It doesn't do everything I want, but it's closer than what we have seen so far. So, now we've got Clever Fox. White box, very sturdy. You could use it to hold other things. Silica gel. Instructions. Expense tracker, monthly budget review, regular bill tracker, summary of the year, savings and debt trackers, monthly budget, financial goals, mind map, strategy and tactics, holiday budget. Anyone starting to think that Clever Fox is also Legend Planner? What do we got in here? Clever Fox. Warranty card. SVD store. It's the same company, guys. It's the same 2 sheets of harsh rose gold stickers. So I think we're about to look at the same planner we just looked at, but let's see. Maybe the more well-known brand has something different. Take it out of the plastic. Is anyone else having fun? Because really I could talk about this all day long. I don't know if anyone would actually want me to do that, but this is fun, which probably sounds horrible to some of you. Okay, so the front even looks the same. So I think we're going to have the same problem that we had with the Legend Planner. Oh, this chair, I swear. New chair is good. It's better for my back, but it's so noisy. Okay, so let's look at the cover. It is the same kind of soft and card, although slightly, no, just as bendy. But instead of all the cool designs on it, you've just got the fox. Same exact twin loop coil. Same thing in here. Alright, so you've got your financial goals over here. So there's room for 10 here. The last one had 8. You got your mind map. It's the same thing. Don't fill them all out. Don't overwhelm yourself. Start with what's top of mind, what's most important to you the day you start. Start with that. If it's 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things, whatever, start with that. Don't go crazy. You will overwhelm yourself and it's not worth it. Okay, so strategy and tactics. New skills I need to learn to achieve my financial goals. My money affirmations for wealth and prosperity. Actions I will take to earn more money. Actions I will take to cut my expenses. This is exactly the same. Alright, now this is set up slightly differently. So we've got month and year, you right up here. This month's goals, that's pretty much the same, they're just set up differently. And then you've got a checklist here with 6 things, I don't know what that's for. You've got income and amount, savings and amount, again savings is too small, and income assumes you only get 4 paychecks. So if you get paid weekly, that might be a problem. In the months where we have 5 weeks, that might be an issue for you. And then we have another small monthly calendar, but at least there's a monthly calendar, so I do like that. So now we've got the monthly budget. So again, we've got home, personal, food, transportation, entertainment, healthcare, loans, and other. So loans and other, it's exactly the same as before, so you could convert those to whatever, and you've got total budgeted, total actual, and the difference. And you've got your expense tracker pages. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, which hopefully is enough for the month because that's what you've got. And then you've got your monthly budget review, which looks slightly different, but is actually the same. So balance from last month. So like we discussed a couple of planners ago, note your balance in your checking account, savings account, whatever, how much money you have before you start. Total income, total expenses, the difference, total savings, balance forward. There should always be a balance forward. It should not be negative. If it's negative, then you need more help than just the budget planner. You need to like watch some videos, maybe read a book, whatever works for you. Talk to some friends. You can message me. I'm perfectly happy to help. Biggest wins this month. And you've got space to write those. Did I meet the budget? If not, why? Did I achieve this month's goals? If not, why? What I learned this month by tracking my expenses. I will do this within 1 month to improve. So things you want to improve. And then the same oddly cut folder for your receipts and bills. The goal isn't more money. The goal is living life on your terms. And again, we have no tabs. Ooh, purple. And then this is the same thing. So it's going to be the same thing every month. Here's your folder, here's your monthly review. Penny saved is a penny earned. That is from Paul Richards' Almanac, which was Ben Franklin. I know all kinds of random facts. No one will play Trivial Pursuit with me anymore. Okay, so there's no 6-month review, just like with Legend, just like with the book-bound Clever Fox. So here's our months. Stay positive, work hard, make it happen. And this is our last month, I guess. Yeah. Little progress each day adds up to big results. Alright, now we got savings trackers. 2, 3, 4. Something feels... Oh, it's because of the folders. I was like, why does this side feel like it's going up? It's because of the folder bottoms. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 savings trackers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I guess that there's 12. Oh, there's only 8 debt trackers in this one. 2, 3, 4. Right? Yeah. 8 savings trackers, 8 debt trackers. We got some equality here. Alright, so now we've got the holiday budget. Gifts, wrapping in cards, groceries, decorations. Holiday gifts, holiday spending. Regular bill tracker. Summary of the year, which is a 2-page spread. And you've got dot grids. So what's missing here is like that wish list is missing. And the end of year review is missing, right? Or is it on the other side of the folder? Nope, monthly budget review. Alright, so Legend Planner is actually better than Clever Fox. because it has the year-end review, which was quite thorough. And it had the wish list. It might have had one or two other things too. So the Legend Planner was better than this. It also had, if you need them, it had, 4 extra debt trackers. But yeah, where's the year-end review? Where's the pie charts? There's no pie chart. Okay, so Legend Planner beats out Clever Fox, even though it's entirely possible that they're made by the same company. That's bizarre. That or one of them is copying the other, but I mean SVD store, like, that's awfully specific. And it is the same kind of coil, which this is also bent. But it's the same kind of, you're gonna have to like open and close it from the front basically. So yeah, so that's the Clever Fox budget planner and bill organizer. So we'll put this back on. So I'm gonna say the same thing I said before. If the Legend Planner was on discs, I would probably use that and then just put in like my printables that I absolutely need that are not covered in there. But that would be a lot easier than the total revamp that I currently do. Alright, so that's kind of shocking. I really, A, didn't expect them to be made by the same company, and then B, once I figured that out, I was like, well, wait a minute. The other one has stuff this one doesn't, and the cover on the other one was a lot nicer too. Okay, so the last thing I have down here for us to look at is from the Budget Mom. So in case you don't know the Budget Mom, her name is Kamiko Love. She's very cool. I like her videos. I like her channel. I'm in the middle of reading her book. So that'll be the first book I finish in 2023. This card came in the box. I opened the box. So this is the outside of the box. It's very cute. And then inside, like, this thing's kind of heavy. I mean, it's pre-printed, but it's the thought that counts. It's cute. Alright, so let's get purple tissue paper. Cute. Okay, so Kamiko used to sell this thing called the Budget Workbook, and at some point in the last year, she has decided not to sell the workbook anymore, but you can download it. So that's the downloadable printer, downloadable planner that I was talking about before. But she does have the workbook in a box set, which clearly I haven't opened and looked at, so that's a good thing, because first reactions are good. This is just a piece of cardboard. Yeah, this doesn't open or anything. There's a discount code on the back of the card, which I'm not going to turn over. I think if someone did that to me, I'd be annoyed. Oh, okay. Alright, get rid of our plastic. So, oh, and we have another piece of cardboard. That's excellent packaging. Alright, so here's the outside of the box. So it says right down here, Budget by Paycheck, from the Budget Mom. Right, okay. So it opens this way. Got some weird cut lines. It's probably me opening the box. So now it looks like this. So you get, oh, okay, you get more than I thought. All right, so there's a little card here. Today I give you permission to find hope for your finances. Thanks for supporting. And then you get some little stickers. Those are cute. Okay, any more surprises? I don't think so. Alright, so you get instructions. Instructions and yearly spending. Let's put the top of the box over here so we can focus on these things. So this is instructions and yearly spending. So this is about the budget by paycheck method, and then your yearly worksheets, membership and subscription reminder worksheet, yearly savings goals and events, yearly trackers, sinking funds visual, yearly spending overview, yearly balance overview, bill tracker, budget calendar, medical bill payment tracker, monthly worksheets, budget calendar, paycheck budget tracker, cash envelope breakdown, expense tracker, debt payment plan, monthly net worth tracker, where did my money go, starting balance plus monthly inflow minus expenses, your closing balance for the month, money you have left at the end of your budget period. This becomes your starting balance for the new month. Monthly budget category breakdown. This is like really, these are in-depth instructions. This is great. She's also got videos that you get access to that you can go watch that walks you through all this stuff. Okay, so goal worksheet. Financial plan. Goal description, estimated cost, target date. Short-term goals within 1 year. Medium-term goals within 5 years. Long-term goals within 10 to 15 years. So this is where you're going to want to put like your retirement funds and like how much you want to have when you retire, and you know, do you want to move somewhere else when you retire? Do you envision having a boat? Things like that. Maybe you just graduated college, so in 10 to 15 years you want to have like a house, so you would put that here. Membership and subscription reminder worksheet. So date due, description, annual cost, monthly cost, because some things are annual and some things are monthly. Yearly savings, goals and events. So there's 2 pages, and then there is a tracker by month for 4 savings goals. Oh, nope, sorry. Okay, so an entire year for goals 1 through 4, an entire year for goals 5 through 8. So same thing, don't overwhelm yourself. However many goals you have when you start, that's what you start with, and then as you have other goals, like don't overwhelm yourself. Okay, now these are visual sinking funds. So there's 4 on each page. You determine the value of each block, and then when you save that value, you color in the block, or you could just color in the rainbows or whatever you want to do. So there's 8 of those. Yearly spending overview. So this we've seen before. So you put your income totals for each month here and what year it is, and then you put all your expense categories and how much you spent in those categories every month, and then you get a category total over here, and then you have your total expenses and your balance, so what was left after all your expenses. This is decent paper too. Yearly balance review, savings balance, debt balance, retirement balance, net worth, and then this has a bunch of blank boxes and it says balance, and then you've got months down here. Same deal over here, so I imagine that's in the instructions. Bill tracker, so due date, the expense or bill description, the amount due, payment method, and was it an automatic payment, and then you can mark off which months you paid it over here. And then a medical bill payment tracker, so company, payment plan, dating balance, account number, payment date, method of payment, check number or confirmation number, payment amount, new balance. So if you have medical bills, that's a good thing to have too. So far this is impressive. And that's just the instruction and annual book. So now we have a budget by paycheck booklet for each month of the year. So here's January, with my favorite flowers on the front. And then it says, Dear Future, I'm ready. You can put this book belongs to, and if found, kindly contact. And look at that. Okay, that is the first page. It's nice paper. I'm going to fold this back, just because it's kind of bugging me. Okay, so we've got nice paper here. Maybe we should come in a little bit more. Alright, so we've got January. So you can put the days of the week up here yourself. You can date them all yourself. She's got little leaves here for where like you could put the number above them, so that's cute. And then you've got a goals this month down the side. Now you've got thoughts and notes for the month, so anything you want to write down that has to do with money, reminders, paycheck budget tracker, so paycheck date, income, what you budget for, what you actually got. So again, this is good if you have a variable income and not a salary. And you can total your income. So then we've got bills, date, budget, and actual. And then bill total and what's left over. And these have numbers next to them. So like bill total has a 1, leftover has an A. See instructions for this worksheet on the next page. Worksheet continues on the next page. Okay, so we're still doing our paycheck budgets. Now we've got our envelopes. So leftover goes here. This is the amount you have left over. So you would, I guess you would put the actual. So that's the amount you have left over. So now you're going to budget more things. This is your envelopes. So you can do your envelopes, and you have your envelope total, which has a 2, and your leftover, which has a B. And now you've got sinking funds. So you're going to put your leftover B over here, and you're going to put your sinking funds. So you've got room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sinking funds. And then your sinking fund total and what's left over. So the sinking fund total is 3, the leftover is C. And now paycheck budget tracker. So extra debt that you may want to pay off, Extra savings, love that. More savings, yes. Okay, now total income minus the total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Instructions for the paycheck budget tracker. Determine your regular bills. Fit variable spending cash envelopes into your budget. Utilize sinking funds, extra debt, or extra savings based on your financial goals. Visit budgetbypaycheck.com for video instructions. So it tells you how to get in to see the videos. So now we have January cash envelope breakdown, category amount, cash denomination breakdown, total count, total value, money thoughts. What's your priority goal for January? And now January paycheck budget tracker. So now we start again. So you just put in your paycheck date. So if you get paid every week, if you get paid every 2 weeks, if you get paid once a month, this will work for you. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get 5 paychecks. So if you get paid every week, you're good. If you get paid every month, every 2 weeks, you're good. You have enough spaces. Now for the expense tracker. So you've got date and transaction. Category, whether it was a withdrawal or a deposit, and an ending balance. So I would read the directions for this. It says account and starting balance. So I don't know, unless this is just your expense tracker and then this is, I don't know. Need the directions. You got another page, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you got 6 pages of expense trackers, and then you've got debt payment plan, extra debt payments, monthly debt progress, overall debt progress, total debt payments this month. And then you've got your monthly net worth tracker, so you can put in your assets, your liabilities. Don't put your house under assets if you have a mortgage, by the way. It goes under liabilities. Last month versus this month, and it tells you which letters to add and subtract, and then your total net worth. That's really cool. Okay, we're still in January. Where did my money go? Monthly budget category breakdown. So your starting balance plus your earned income plus any other income plus savings used equals money inflow. Budget categories: monthly budget, monthly spent, difference, percent of total monthly inflow. There's an asterisk. Percent of inflow equals monthly spent total divided by the monthly inflow. Okay. Where did my money go? January, monthly debt and savings breakdown. So debt, total monthly inflow, monthly debt payoff, percent of inflow to debt, total monthly income, total monthly savings, percent of income saved, and then you've got debt categories, total, percent of category to debt, savings categories, total, percent of category saved, and then there's asterisks and directions down here. Where did my money go? January, monthly spending comparison, budget categories, December versus January. Now, if you weren't doing this before, you're not going to be able to do this for January unless you happen to know all of these things. If you don't worry about doing it for January. Write in January stuff, and then in February you'll be able to compare January to February. Now, January monthly meal plan. So Kamiko is also very big on meal planning. Everybody should be big on meal planning in my opinion, but I struggle with it too. Everybody does. And it's for a very simple reason. A, sometimes you just don't want what you have available. It's not what you're in the mood for. I'm very familiar with this problem. And sometimes it's just like hard to get a grasp of planning out your meals, however many they may be, and then every single ingredient that you need for everything, and then, okay, I already have this in the pantry, I already have that in the pantry. Like, it becomes involved. There's a whole separate planner I've got coming that revolves around meal planning and managing the pantry and canned goods and all that stuff. So I'll show that to you guys when you get here. It's made by a friend of mine, and it's really cool. I, of course, have ideas for upgrades to it that I'll be sharing with her, but I always have ideas. Okay, so you would put your meal plan in here. Is your monthly food budget, days of the week. You can put the date over the little leaf, and then you can put in your meals. So I meal plan, but I basically meal plan like dinner. And then there's like an assortment of stuff for breakfasts, and lunches are generally leftovers or like peanut butter and jelly or tuna fish, leftover salad, cold cuts, those kinds of things. And then you've got thoughts and notes. There's more, guys. And more thoughts and notes. cash envelope teller slips. Okay, so these are not perforated. You have to cut them out, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teller slips. So first of all, always have this out in your hand when you're going up to the teller so that the cameras can pick up what it is so they don't think you're robbing the bank. But aside from that, I use these. I have a smaller sticky note thing for them. But so you put you'd put like dollars, fives, tens, 20s, 50s, hundreds, whatever it is, how many you want, and the total, and then the total amount withdrawn. So what we do is we go to the ATM, which is right outside the bank, withdraw everything in 20s. I keep however many 20s I want, and then I fill the rest of this out. And usually Emily goes into the bank with this and the rest of the 20s from the ATM and trades them in for the bills that I want. She likes to go in the bank, and she likes to use the coin machine. So that's 1 month, guys. That's 1 month. That's how detailed this is. That's 1 month. That's January. Okay, that's January. That's awesome. That really is awesome. Let's look at February. Actually, let's look at, let's see, 6 month mark. Let's look at maybe July. I'm just wondering, is there like a halfway point, like check-in? So here's the month of July, notes and thoughts, paycheck trackers, cash envelopes, budget trackers, expense trackers. Monthly spending. I mean, really, you might not need a 6 or 3 month check-in given how much checking in you do at the end. Like, there's your expenses, here's your debt, here's your monthly net worth tracker, which is basically the beginning of your monthly review, right? So you got that, then you got all this where'd my money go for July. So, monthly budget category breakdown, monthly debt and savings breakdown, money thoughts, budget categories, June versus July, which you would be able to do at this point, your meal plan, which maybe you've gotten really good at by this point, and then more thoughts and notes. I mean, you could even write like your shopping list on here as you're filling this out, and your cash slips. So yeah, so I think because there's so much stuff in here, you don't really need to have a 6 month review. So let's look at December and see if there's an end of year review. Okay, we got our expense trackers. Here's our cash envelopes. Notes. December meal plan. No. Wow. I kind of thought there would be a year end, but again, with all the tracking that you do, it's probably not necessary because you fill out so much stuff at the end of the month. I mean, you're filling out your net worth tracker at the end of every month. I don't know that I would really do that. But this is the most impressed that I've been so far, to be perfectly honest. This is a budget addict's dream, almost. It's missing a couple of things. But it's not actually missing the couple of things. It's got visual savings trackers in the annual and instruction book. There's only 8 of them, and they're kind of repetitive. And there's no set place for you to write in how much each block equals. I prefer the trackers that I get from Elise, and I will continue to use those. So I really like this little box set. It was on sale. It's still on sale. This is the floral one. They had one that was like animal print. That one's gone. It's totally gone. This is the floral, and this was still available when I was on the website yesterday or the day before. They still had this. So I'm not sure if she's going to continue selling this in the future. I think that she should. But everything else she's moved into digital downloadable products, so she might not. But this I think is fantastic. So I have her printable. I have all my trackers from Elise. I now have this, which is like super cool, but apparently is a copy of everything in the printable planner. I bought really nice 150 GSM paper on which to print my principles from Elise and Kamiko's planner, her budget workbook. So she's got a Live Rich planner that is different than the budget by paycheck workbook. And the budget by paycheck workbook is what you want. So, you know, there's no weeks in here, there's no weekly planning in here. You don't need that in a budget book. You just need your budget. You need your weekly budget, but you don't need like a vertical spread for every week. I forget which book it was where I saw that, and I was like, why? Oh, plum paper. I was all excited about getting a plum paper, like you could customize it and stuff. And then I saw that it had a spread for every, and I'm like, why would you need that in a budget planner? You need like trackers and lists, and it's just it was missing too many things for it to be a viable option for me. So I stopped myself from ordering it. Um, but anyway, if you like it and you want it, you know, your budget and your week all in the same place, go for it. It's, they had some really nice stuff over there at Plum Paper. So yeah, so you get those. There's 2 sheets of very glossy but very cute stickers. And it comes in this, which will easily sit on your shelf, but if you don't want people snooping at your budget, you just put the top back on, which I probably can't do because, oh, there we go. So you just put your top back on, stick it on your shelf. This is what faces out. Nobody will know what this is. It's fantastic. I really like this. So I think what I'm going to end up with is a combination of Kimiko's Planner, Elise's Principles, and I may even use these books. The only other thing that I would recommend, like wholeheartedly, is the Legend Planner. It's missing a couple of things, but for the most part, it's good. For brand new budgeters, I would totally suggest any of these. Maybe not this. This might scare you. I mean, if you want to go whole hog, go for it. This is like the Rolls Royce of budget planning as far as I'm concerned. Legend Planner's good. The little budgeting book, the bi-weekly, they also have a weekly, they also have a monthly. They have all kinds of budget. I only picked out 2. They have a ton of, Clever Fox has a ton. So did Legend. I only picked out these. And I got the Clever Fox because I saw it was the same kind of thing as the Legend, and I wanted to compare them. I had no idea they were basically the same company. Happy Planner is really the only one that I don't recommend. Which is horrible because I love Happy Planner and I spend most of my planning days in a Happy Planner, several Happy Planners, but their budget planning needs a lot of work and they don't seem to take input from anyone. So it's been the same thing for years, and it used to be better and it used to be more useful. At the very least, it used to be more colorful. So I would recommend any of these to someone who is starting out budgeting. So I'll make a list of what I'm giving away. We will do another video with my new budget planner once I get it printed and punched and stuff. My new printer is here, but I haven't taken it out of the box. I should probably do that. So yeah, so that's it for this video. What did you think? What was your favorite planner? What feature isn't here that you wish was? Do you think that this is as awesome as I think it is? Sorry about slamming this on the table. Or do you think that's too much work and like overkill? Like, I'm really curious, like what people think about the different budget planners that were here. So let me know down in the comments. I love it when you guys talk to me. So that's it for this video. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with a couple of your friends. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos. And I'll see you in the next one.